Hey guys, welcome back to Tankjutsu.com. I'm ShermanPanzer. This is the E-25. It's on sale this weekend. Today is November 23rd of 2013. So it's on sale this particular weekend, so I've gotten it here at a nice discount. But it's a very, very popular vehicle. This is one of the tanks that I see most often played by players with very high ratings. You know, especially in a platoon, it's a very popular little tank, and we're going to see why. This is going to be my first game in it. I've only read about it, but the things that I hear about it are really good. It shoots very quickly, it's very fast, and it's almost a scout, while still retaining a very good accuracy and excellent camo values. You know, its gun is a little anemic, but it's extremely mobile. It's a good sniper. You know, it has a matchmaking fix so that it only ever sees tanks that are tier 8 or below, and it can do a lot of DPM. So this looks like it's going to be a very fun tank. You know, a lot of people view it as extremely fun. You can see what I've done for equipment and modules and things. Well, the modules obviously come with the tank, but the equipment and the ammo and the consumables, you can see what I've loaded. My consumables, that's pretty standard. I don't usually do other things. In some Soviet vehicles, I'll use the removed speed governor, but only specific ones. You know, it has to have enough of a overall number of horsepower that it gives you a big advantage to take it off. I'm using the medium caliber tank gun rammer, I'm using gun laying drive, and I'm using ventilation. And then you can see my crew. They're just my Jagdpanther crew, and they have brothers in arms. So we're gonna join a battle and see what we get. I haven't driven this tank at all. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm glad you guys are with me for it. This could just be a spectacular failure, but I'm going to post it anyway because this is my first game, and I'm committed to showing you guys the premium tanks in this game. And okay, we've pulled Karelia. It's a standard battle. And right in the middle of the fight, there's that special matchmaking with the tanks tier 8 and above. Right, not being in here, or the tier 8 and below only. Misspoke there, I'm sorry. Let's see what happens. You know, I really want to take this thing for a spin and try to get to the donut before any of the enemy scouts, because, you know, I think running into that Hellcat would probably wreck his day. So I'm going to suggest my team goes south, because obviously this is a fairly smart tactic. The north is really open. So, wow, look at how fast that thing goes. Wow, I'm already up to 50. The game has been in for less than 10 seconds. I'm going 72. I jumped a little bit. This thing, it drives pretty well. I feel like it's kind of like driving a Hetzer on crack or something. This is insane. Wow, look at that. I've put some camo on it because it's a TD. Obviously, it has a good camo rating. I like to add 5% to anything that has a good camo rating. I don't know about you. You know, World of Tanks is often a game about percentages. Some of those percentages don't matter, but on a tank that can already make good use of camo, I like camo. Wow, there's another E-25 with me. Apparently, we are an exclusive people, the E-25ers. And there's an enemy tank, and we're just going to roast this guy if I have anything to say about it. Okay. That's one down. I like it already. It drives like a Hetzer on crack, and it shoots fairly well. It shoots like it's maybe a tier 6 medium tank, but you know, I'm digging it. This has got a really good rate of fire, 2.54 seconds. You saw us roast that T-44 with a blue rating, even though we're both tier 7s. You know, he certainly had a chance to do a lot of damage to us. You know, good player. Obviously, he knew what he was doing. He was trying to get to the same goal that we were. I'm just going to poke out, take a little peek. Wow, he has no buddies. This This is silly on his part. Well, looks like the E-25s are going in. You can see the other E-25 has also applied camo. Oh, I'm going to smack this guy with this... Ooh. Didn't do a lot of damage with the ram. You can see it's quite light. It's about 30 tons, I think. Wow, look at that reload rate, though. I took one shot and I got really hurt. So obviously, this is not an armored vehicle. This is a well, that shot seems to have gone through my mantlet, no less. So you know, keep that in mind. Don't take any frontal shots even with this. Although the armor angle on the front's nice. This really does feel like a super hetzer or something like that. You know, which is not a bad thing to feel like, I think. You know, it's very maneuverable. I feel like the... wow, look at me. I'm Denardi up here already. I'm going to try to get up in his face and then get into the face of that 152. Wow. Well, we're going to have to dodge this 152 here. He's going to try to resolve a shot. We have to stay very close to him to keep him from shooting us. I can't turn very well, so I'm just going to go away from him. I dropped my track. I'm putting it back on. I'm just going to keep moving. I'm going to take some targets of opportunity here. That's one down. You know, they're not prepared to deal with something coming from this point, and, you know, if I get a couple more shots on me, I'm in trouble. Oh, that's it! The 152 did eventually creep up on me, but I think that's enough of a dent in the enemy to really kind of show you just how good this little thing is. That's 3 tanks I knocked out. I've never driven this before. I did 1,400 damage. You can see that. Yeah, I mean, you can see that other E-25 now. Let's try to get a view of what he's doing. Well, this is about the closest we're going to get here. There's Centurion. There he is. Okay. I didn't want you guys to miss something with me clicking around the battlefield there. But yeah, he was right there, so here we go. He's going to fight that T-26C4. Oh, he missed. Oh well. Oh, nice. Well, he's got that good rate of fire going, so he got the kill anyway. Let it not be said that this is not an amazing, snipey little tank. You saw I drove it kind of like a light and took out some artillery. This E-25 has managed to get 4 kills in this game. You know, you saw that putting the 2 E-25s together made good use of their high rate of fire, and it made good use of the fact that they can stay and kind of keep pace with each other and can attack the same sorts of enemies in the same sorts of ways. That was nice. Here he's going for a 5th. He really is. This guy's trying, man. Yeah, look at that. He didn't get a 5th, but boy, he did a lot of damage. That was a really nice game. You guys, I don't think I could have had more fun in a tank first time out. You can see that lined up a couple of badges and things. Obviously, the sharpshooter and master gunner, that makes sense. But there's a mastery badge 2nd class for you, and a sniper. You know, not to mention, let's take a look at that team score, because I think you're gonna find that I'm number 2 for experience, right next to that other E-25. So you know, look at Tier 7. Look at this little guy. It's a fun tank. It's fast. It's mean. It's got a huge rate of fire. It's I don't know. It's like a hetzer had a baby with a T-25 or something. You know, the T-25 American TD can be very, very fast. It was one of the ones I enjoyed the most in the American TD line. They get really slow after that. But this guy, this is extremely fast. You can see that I'm 4th for damage, despite being in a TD with a fairly anemic penetration and low alpha. But you know, let's take a look at the individual stats. You can see I was able to drive nearly 1.9 clicks there. The other E-25 was able to drive a little farther. You know, compared to something heavy like the Ferdinand that got nearly a kilometer in the battle, even with surviving the whole thing. You know, a heavy tank like this Churchill only made it about a half of a click. You know, this thing is able to cover some ground. You will be able to go from one side of the battlefield to the other so fast. I think you saw how fast it got up to speed there. I was going 72 clicks without having spent more than 10 seconds in the game. This is serious business. I really liked it. You guys have some fun with this thing. Try out the E-25. Let's take a look one more time at the credits. You saw, I don't know, I made 42,000 credits. It's not the best tank for credits, but it sure helps. Obviously that 4,000 experience is a tripled one for the special that's on this weekend with the tanks. But this is a really cool little vehicle. It was everything I imagined it would be from the descriptions I've read and from watching people play it. It was paper thin, had a ridiculous rate of fire, and I felt a little bit OP, or at the very least, I felt like it was certainly competitive despite its tiny amount of armor. You saw me ram that one tank that didn't work so well, but at the same time, I did knock out 3. I got a lot of credits. That was